Well, that was a great college basketball environment. I know it's a game that had a lot of historical significance with a number of games played over the history of our two programs, and want to thank our Tulsa fans, because even with the earlier start, just people really showed up, and to hear the Go TU chants and everything else like that, those are the types of things that we're really excited about and really thankful for. But this game was really down to PJ and his teammates locking in and defending in the second half. We gave up a 1.34 credit Wichita State for the tenacity they came out with, but our guys, we held them to a .71 in the second half, and it really came down to that toughness. PJ diving on the floor, Isaiah another one. You look at the stat sheet and a number of different things, but I thought our energy and our intensity was so much better in the second half and came away with a very good conference win.
What was the key to that start then out of the second half? I mean, was it the toughness, the physicality, all those things? Is that what was preached in the locker room at halftime? Like what kind of sparked that run to start the half?
Well, we talked about how we were getting beat in transition, and some of that is we were still scoring like right at 1 point per possession in the half court because we weren't really getting much in transition. They were getting it on us and scoring. So the first thing is I thought we did a better job of getting our defense set. And we had talked in the last few days in prep of all about protecting the paint, guarding the basketball, and just being tougher in that area. And I thought PJ, his teammates, did a really nice job of guarding and started the half with several stops and ended the half with several stops, and then they were able to capitalize in transition and then also play some good offense.
PJ, I don't know how much you guys scoreboard watched during a game, but you guys got to the point where you were tied, and they go back up by 2 or 3. It took a little bit to get over that hump. Is that something you guys pay attention to? Is like maybe we just need to break through and get that first lead? Because once you did, it felt like you guys kind of started to take control from there.
Yeah, I mean, we came out in the second half with a lot more aggression. We locked down on defense, like Coach said, 8.7. Yeah, we just came out and played harder as a team. I mean, we all just told each other we just got to come through, play hard, and then come out with the win. That's what we did.
PJ, obviously, it was a tough first half, scoring-wise for you guys. Second half, you then score like a 3 to go up by 1 with 4 minutes to go. In front of a Tulsa crowd, the way it was, just right there in front of them, how did that feel to get that 3 and take the lead?
First, I'd like to say it was a great pass by Kobe. So he found me up for the wide-open 3. I mean, I just had the confidence, just practicing, putting the extra work in, and then just shooting it, and then I felt it was going in, and it went in. So I was excited when it went in.
How did the crowd feel tonight, though, especially towards that stretch at the end and the run at the first part of the second half?
Yeah, the court was shaking real loud. I mean, I could feel the energy. I could see everybody getting loud. And, yeah, it was a great environment. I want to give a shout-out to all the Tulsa fans. Keep supporting us. It's going to be a great season.
Coach, for Jared to start the game the way he did, and then there early in the second, dives for that ball, ends up getting the double-tech situation, but it felt like that also kind of sparked you. What does he bring to the team that maybe goes beyond some of the numbers and the stats?
Well, he's a physically imposing type guy, and with that, his versatility of playing inside and outside, but to then be able to sacrifice his body like that and get on the ground, and we had a number of guys do that, it's inspiring. When you see a teammate do those types of things, you feel like, hey, I've got to join into that. And it can become contagious. And I thought that was a key moment in the game, and there was a number of tough plays that happened after that helped us get back into the game and helped us get the lead and helped us seal the game.
Whether it was Missouri State or this game, you guys have had a few games that have come down to the wire where you guys have been able to make the plays down the stretch. For a team that has a lot of younger players out there, what is it about a group that is maybe new to the college level, but yet they're still able to make those plays down the stretch? It's unique about it.
Well, I think we've got some guys that spend a lot of time on the game, and I'd categorize PJ as he's a hooper. He loves to play, and they are also, because of that, very confident. And there's a never say die approach to this group, and they just want to keep trying to figure it out. And that has happened several times. And I'll also say our fans continue to grow, and they're behind us. And that is really impactful to the game. You talk about a sixth man. we started to get that. We got that big time tonight. But I just think with this group that the gaining of confidence, the experience, the doing difficult things and finding a way, those are things that you can keep building on.
In the 2 years you've been here now, is that the best home crowd environment that you think you've had so far?
I think so. I mean, I think certainly what I can remember, and certainly with the outcome that we desire, and we talk about a total team effort. That was a total team effort, from the guys on the floor to the coaches to the fans in the stands. This was a total team effort out there. So thank you, everybody.
Can you touch on Kobe and just the way that he played tonight, especially the first half, keeping you guys in the game and having, I think, like 10 at half, just him being able to keep you guys locked in?
Yeah, he was able to find some spots, and his teammates did a nice job of finding him. Got the transition dunk and a three, and then, going into the second, we were alive. Just to be down the way we were, just to be down 11. Felt like it could have been more than that, but we made a couple plays right there at the end of the half that were so significant. We did get a stop going into half. And then in the second half, we tried to do a couple different things, the way that they were guarding ball screens. PJ did a great job, found Kobe twice on the left side. They found each other. Him then returned the favor to PJ in that three that you mentioned earlier. But we've got a great group of guys that have each stepped up at different times. And I think PJ and Kobe together, just they're such a good complement of each other. Their games are just really mixed well.
PJ, you think these new jerseys are kind of like a lucky color for you guys here at home now?
Man, yeah, I think so. I like the gold. It's real. It compliments everybody on the team. And plus, we 2-0, so yeah, it might be a fact.
PJ, y'all have had a lot of these kind of crazy games with big swings and everything, and with y'all being somewhat young, how does that help maturation? And do you feel like you're kind of more comfortable in these than you were maybe in November and December?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me the game has slowed down a little bit as I play more. But I think as a team, we starting to figure out like our roles. I think like as we each progress throughout the season. But I think we starting to gel a lot more than we was in November, and I think the coaches and us and the fans are starting to see that.
Coach, there was a lot of talk about history coming into this one, the historic nature of the game, the rivalry itself. Did it feel that way? Did it feel like a rivalry on the floor tonight?
I think so. I mean, you can just feel like Wichita State travels well. They brought some fans too, and you can just feel the energy in the building. And it's a game that anytime that you have that statistic that this is the game that's been played more than any other between the two schools, you just know that there's something a little bit extra in that. So I love games like this. I love it for us. I love it for our fans, for our school, to have something that kind of grounds you over time. We talked earlier before the game that we're the 113th team in TU history. It's only going to be one of us. So we just want to continue to improve and do something special for this group.
Coach, you said yesterday, looking ahead to this game, that Wichita's size concerned you, and in the first half, Wichita had a big rebounding advantage over you all. Second half, you flipped it. You had the big rebounding advantage. What was the key there?
The key was the paint, Barry. I mean, we talked about we do a thought of the day before practice, and one of them recently was we need to protect the paint before the shot and after the shot. In that one transition, two guarding the ball, any of their actions, and then once that ball goes up, a shot is attempted. No matter where it's at, the play is just really beginning for them. But we let the ball get to the paint too much. Just even before the shot was taken, they got easy shots. They got rebounds. I just, again, thought our guys played with much more toughness and togetherness to limit penetration in transition in the half court, and then just be more physical on the glass.
I just saw this. Just officially, you have the best home record in the conference overall this season. Does that matter? You know, you said you touched on the fans. Is that kind of makes it a tough place to play out here at Reynolds, especially to be 11-2?
Well, I think it's one of the key factors and key components of a program that you can be proud of, that your people can be proud of, that your fans can be proud of. We talked often about protecting the paint, but protecting our house. And that's a big thing in college sports, but any sport. Like, you want to make your fans proud. You want to be able to not let anybody come in here and get the better of us. They did for the first half, and fortunately for us, we were able to really turn the tides and get it going and have a really good second half. And again, it's to these guys and their effort on the floor, but I thought the fans were keyly important to that.
Bill?
Eric, I just got here, so I apologize if you addressed this or were asked about it. But with regard to the marketing of the program, and if you could bundle the game performance and the building tonight, is this the best? This the best night you think you've had here in a year and a half?
Yeah, I will. I'm glad you repeated it, because I'll say it again. It was awesome, and the people were great. The players fed off of it. You can feel the energy in the building. It's growing. It's exciting. And I think so much of it, I know this, it's these guys. I've said it many times, we're not dull. We have a lot of moments that they play with great energy, they play for each other, and this is a basketball town. People recognize that, and it's an exciting group of guys with the youth that we can keep building. But I thought our fans were sensational here tonight.
And you got a little momentum now. It's not 5 in a row yet, but it just feels like you're in such a different place than that Sunday we were here, and it was so cold. You remember?
Weather was nice outside today, wasn't it?
Oh, well, yeah. You think it's a metaphor?
I don't know.
Yeah, perfect weather.
I just know it was a great day.